I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but the Canadiens right now are just prairie dogging with defensemen, okay? Last season we didn't notice it as much because of Jeff Gordon's unusual punishment. Jeffrey. But as of today, with a completely healthy lineup, I can count 9 defensemen that are all capable of playing in the NHL at some point next season. And this is something that Kent Hughes is going to have to address, and it's not going to be easy. But in my opinion, 1, if not 2, of these guys are probably going to have to go. And I just don't see any other way around it. So let me open up this big old can of beans and wieners here, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. As of right now, from what we've seen of Mike Matheson this season, he's going to be a lock on the Canadiens' blue line. He's not going anywhere. The guy's quickly becoming a fan favorite, and I think both him and Savard are going to be eating up a lot of minutes for the Montreal Canadiens next season. And we got Caden Gooley, who was a pleasant surprise this season. He made the team right out of camp, and he's definitely going to be a lock alongside a freshly signed Jordan Harris. Now moving on, we got Big Joe Edmondson, and I mean, he's a regular NHLer. When, you know, he's not falling apart like a dollar store barbecue bristle brush. Johnny Honda Civic proved this season that he can be an effective NHLer. Then we got our boy Arby, who outplayed Justin Barron during the preseason, you know, and provided a few elements to his game that nobody else can. And Justin Barron as well, he sneaked himself back into the lineup during the second half of the season when all the injuries began to pile up. And I gotta admit, I thought he looked a lot better, and I think he is ready for some regular NHL action. Now as for Chris Weidman, yes, I know, he's still under contract next season, and I know a lot of people are looking at him as, you know, the easy guy to get rid of right now, but I don't see it that way. In fact, I actually think that Chris Weidman is the perfect 7th defenseman to have on the team, okay? We don't want to see guys like Jacky and Harris watching the game from the press box, no. They need to be suited up, used, and abused. But not Weidman. He's a perfect spare part. He seems like a good team guy. He hates the Leafs just like me, and his laughter is as contagious as rabies, okay? It doesn't look like he's got rabies right here. But anyway, these are my reasons for leaving Weidman alone in the press box. So with him out of the way, we got 8 names and 6 roster positions to fill. Keeping in mind, you know, there's guys like Mailloux in the system who could potentially make Laval next season, which means Laval could likely be prairie dogging defenseman as well. But here's how I see it. 8 names, 6 spots, and I think the easiest name to part ways with here, and I love the guy, but it's Edmondson. And look, I'd love to keep the guy on the Habs roster just for his leadership alone, but I just can't justify tossing one of the kids aside to let Joe stay in the lineup. It's not happening. And while I don't think his trade value is very high right now, if I'm Kent Hughes, I'm definitely trying to find a home for him as soon as the playoffs are over. Teams like Edmonton and whoever's shown interest in him in the past, I'd be shipping him express along with a box of chocolates. That's all I'm going to say. He's a lovable character, but I don't think we need him anymore. And if this is how it goes down and we got Edmondson now out of the way, we still got 7 guys battling for 6 spots, but that ain't so bad. Keep it in mind, of course, that Chris Weidman is glued to the press box. I mean, remember last season there was a point where Marty St. Louis was rotating defensemen every game. Harris would sit out 1, then Honda Civic would sit out 1. Nobody was sitting out too long. He kept everyone fresh, and before you knew it, everyone started falling apart anyway. Injuries began to happen, and all of a sudden the problem of having too many bodies became an asset all of a sudden. So 7 guys plus Velcro shoed Weidman might not be too bad of a scenario. And also, if Hughes is feeling really freaky, maybe we just might see something like what happened with Romanov last season. Maybe it's Jordan Harris getting involved in some kind of a massive trade this offseason. Who really knows? But all I'm saying is there's definitely going to be a logjam on defense heading into next season as it stands right now, and I've got a feeling we're going to see 1 or 2 trades happen. And I'm pointing the finger at you, Big Joe. I'm sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and say that he's not going to be a Hab heading into next season. So let me know what you're thinking down in the comment section. You can give me your defense lineup for next season. Don't forget to cross-check the like button on the way out of here. And hey, I'll see you next time.